The wind howled outside, a relentless force battering the small cabin nestled deep in the woods. Snow piled high against the windows, blocking out the moonlight and casting the room into an eerie darkness. Alone in the cabin, Alex shivered, not just from the cold, but from the unsettling feeling that had been creeping up all night. Exhausted from the day's efforts to secure the cabin against the storm, Alex finally collapsed onto the bed, pulling the heavy blankets up to his chin. The wind's mournful wail seemed to seep into his bones, but fatigue soon took over, and Alex drifted into a restless sleep. It was the middle of the night when Alex awoke, eyes snapping open to the pitch-black room. The storm outside raged on, but inside, an oppressive silence hung in the air. Alex tried to move, to sit up and shake off the grogginess, but found his body completely unresponsive. Panic set in as he realized he was experiencing sleep paralysis. Unable to move, Alex's eyes darted around the room, searching for any sign of danger. The shadows seemed to dance and twist in the corners, taking on shapes that were almost human. A cold sweat broke out on Alex's forehead as the feeling of being watched grew stronger. Then, from the corner of the room, a figure emerged. It was tall and gaunt, with hollow eyes that seemed to pierce through the darkness. The figure moved slowly, deliberately, its footsteps silent on the wooden floor. Alex's heart pounded in his chest, the terror mounting with each passing second. The figure stopped at the foot of the bed, its hollow eyes locked onto Alex's. It leaned in closer, and Alex could feel the icy breath on his face. The figure's mouth opened, but no sound came out. Instead, a chilling whisper echoed in Alex's mind. "You cannot escape." Desperation surged through Alex as he fought against the paralysis, willing his body to move. The figure's presence grew more oppressive, the air around them thick with dread. Just when it seemed like the terror would never end, the figure began to fade, dissolving into the shadows from which it came. With a sudden jolt, Alex regained control of his body, sitting up and gasping for breath. The room was empty, the shadows once again still. The storm outside continued to rage, but inside, the silence was broken by Alex's ragged breathing. Shaken but relieved, Alex knew he wouldn't be able to sleep again that night. The memory of the figure's hollow eyes and chilling whisper would haunt him long after the storm had passed. On a serene lake at dusk, two friends, Jake and Mia, sit in a small fishing boat, casting their lines. The water is still, reflecting the fading orange sky. Crickets chirp in the distance. Jake reels in a small fish, laughing. "Beginner's luck," he teases Mia. She rolls her eyes, casting her line again. As her lure hits the water, the lake goes eerily silent. No crickets, no wind, just stillness. Suddenly, Mia's line jerks violently. "Whoa, I got something big!" she exclaims, struggling to reel it in. The boat rocks as the thing below tugs harder. Jake grabs the net, leaning over the edge to help. The line goes slack. Mia reels in quickly, but there's nothing on the hook, just a tangle of wet, black hair. Jake grimaces. What the hell is that? Before they can react, the boat lurches. Something massive bumps against the underside. The camera shakes as the friends scramble to steady themselves. The water around the boat begins to churn, bubbles rising to the surface. Mia screams as a pale, skeletal hand shoots out of the water, gripping the edge of the boat. Jake grabs an oar, swinging at the hand. It releases, but more hands emerge, clawing at the boat. The camera pans to the water, revealing shadowy figures rising from the depths. The boat tips. Jake and Mia being are dragged underwater, their screams cut short. The lake goes still again, their empty boat drifting alone under the moonlight.